What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you
Welcome. I'm good. Thank you for joining me. I haven't even told you what the podcast is going to be called. It's
Right.
going to be called The Rare Podcast, man.
doing? The rare podcast.
Yeah, it stands for like
That's what's up.
Ramon Amir Reed Entertainment, so that's my full name. Yeah.
See, most of y'all wouldn't even have caught on to that.
Right, they wouldn't even know.
Rare.
Yeah, but I'm excited to have you here. Just to explain, since you're the first guest I'm having on this podcast, I just want to explain what it is. Say what an honor it is to have you, man.
Yeah.
Especially, as my friend, a colleague, somebody I've literally been in auditions rooms.
Right.
So I'm just trying to shed light on young creatives, young entrepreneurs, just young adults, teens, whatever you might call it, who are doing big things, who are successful, and just their journey to gaining success so early. Because there's a lot of adults out there who are decades older than us, who haven't even been on the stages or done what we have accomplished in
Right.
such a short amount of time. So tell everybody what your name is, what you do, and give us a little rundown, the Hollywood rundown.
Right. Okay. Starting off, hi. My name is Jaylen Hall. Most of you guys may know me from All American, a very intriguing show, if I do say so myself. On for 4 seasons now. Fifth season.
Fifth on the way, right?
Fifth on the way.
Fifth on the
Fifth
way.
is confirmed. That and some of you guys maybe know me from other stuff along the way too, like Space Jam 2, Shaft, stuff like that. And I will also be playing Emmett Till in the up-and-coming movie on his life.
Yeah. Man, when I saw you was playing Emmett Till, I was like, I'm scared for him.
Yeah.
Not scared because I don't think you can do it, because you're beyond talented. And this isn't going to be like, a conversation about careers, because I really want to get into the nitty gritty of just what we go through when the lights are off, when the cameras are off,
Exactly.
But like, how is it playing such an impactful role? It's Emmett Till, he was a huge stepping stone, but something that also hurt our culture, our race badly, and it still leaves a scar to this day. So how was it going into that audition and, just trying to embody the role of who he was and what he went through?
Right. The crazy part, you said, how is it going into the audition? As you know, some of the projects, they don't really tell you what it is.
Yeah,
They give you either a dummy script, which is lines that have nothing to do with the show,
Right,
or they give you some lines from the project, but they just don't give you the name of it. And this was that instance where they didn't give me the name of it. They just gave me some scenes, and it wasn't the scenes like that you would need to know about, like this is that. It was but it was a gauge of like how happy and innocent you can be, and then like that emotion that you can dig into. So with anything I do, I gave it 110%.
Always, yeah.
And I booked it, and then going into it, and then they told me what it was. They're like, Jaylen, like, you're gonna be playing it, and I'm like, what?
That's
like,
huge.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm just like I'm researching, getting my mind ready, like reading the script, like I gotta get into this. Like, this is something that is crucial in my career, and not only my career, my life as a young black kid. Like like every kid's dream is to, not every kid, but most kids' dream is to like be famous, be on TV, get rich, have money and everything. But not everybody has the dream of telling the truth of somebody who couldn't tell it themselves.
Yeah.
And me being able to do that, not only was it something that that I severely enjoyed, but it was an honor, you know. So going into it, there was so much on my mind, but when I got there, all that was just gone. I took it one day at a time. I would ask him what's in store for us today, and we would just tackle it. I could go on for days, but I'm not gonna talk your ears off.
Shoot, well, to dig more, dig deeper into that, I want to talk about failure today. I really want the topic of our first, the first Rare podcast to be about failure, and I think failure has such a negative connotation.
Yeah, I agree.
And us as actors, we go into a lot of things either expecting to do severely good or severely bad, you know. And failure is a huge part of not only just acting, but entrepreneurship.
Life in general.
Yeah, trying to make the football team.
Right.
It could be something as simple as that. So I just want to talk to you about how do you deal with failure, you know?
Well, getting into acting, I'm gonna use that first.
Yeah.
Getting into acting, nobody in my family knows anything. I'm the first to ever even think about acting.
You and me both,
right?
I got a whole bunch of characters in my family.
I know,
but
right?
Nobody said, let's get on some
Nobody
stage.
said, let's pick up a script and get on
Right,
TV. But I didn't know anything about it, so I had to go to class and boot camps for them to build me up. But the one thing that they told me is like, you're gonna hear like 1,000 no's before you hear one yes.
Yeah.
And that kind of like stuck with me, but not to the extent where like I remembered it on every one of them. Yeah. Because getting into it, man, you remember you were there. Like, you were young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you would hear, I'm sorry, Jaylen, you didn't get the part. Or sometimes your mom just out of wanting to protect you, just didn't tell you about
or
it
it's
at
just
all.
like nothing. You do it and it's in the air.
Just in the air. So all of that on your mind, all of that on your heart, it can really, you know, make or break you.
Yeah.
And some people often is break.
Yeah.
So the way that I deal with it is when it comes to auditioning, when it comes to anything in my life, I just leave it there, to be honest. And I think that's like maybe one of my worst and best traits, because in situations that are not always dire and not always life-changing, I just decide that, you know, it happened, and you can either dwell on it or you can just relieve yourself of the stress that you're taking on and try to move forward.
Yeah.
So anything that I do, anything that could have repercussions, I think about it, I'm like, okay, well, I did that. What can I do to learn from it? But at the same time, I'm not going to stress about it. So failing is, it's a informational, informative thing for me.
Yeah.
So the best way to not see it as failing for me is to just like think of what you could take from the situation and just let it go.
That's so true, man, because like me personally, I'm really deep into like investing and trading and stuff. And, you know, I found myself throughout this journey, it's really transformed who I am as a person. Because, you know, I've always been somebody who's like, you know, it happened.
Yeah,
you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, I'm going to keep eating my birthday cake or whatever it is. But now I find myself, and this is about to sound bad. It's like we need to get this man some help when I'm about to say this. All right. But I find myself loving to lose money because it teaches me what not to do the next time. You know
what? I'm gonna attest to that. We were at our close friend's house.
Oh, here you go.
And this man looks at his phone because he had bet on a team, and he's like, "Oh man, I just lost that." And I'm like, "You lost what?" And he's like, "This bet." I was like, "How much you bet on it?" He was like, "Well, it was kind of a pot, so I put in like maybe like $200." I'm like, "Man, you just lost $200." And this man is like,
Yeah.
like,
right, because I think that's so important because I'm teaching myself the process of losing. Because if you don't know how to lose, you won't know how to handle a win, you know. So I think when you really learn how to lose well, when you get that win, it's like, wow, this is amazing. But now I need to execute on whatever I just won, or now I need to go to the next thing, you see. So, like I said, with me, like losing money, dang, I lost it, but I had my risk management, you know. So, and I think you can apply that to like life as well. And to go back to us and, you know, like acting, like you'll do an audition, but your risk management factor can be, you know, the classes you're taking or the course that you took or whoever your teacher or your mentor is, you know. I want to, so tell us where you're from first.
Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. But
like 50% of my parenting is from Michigan. Because that's where my mom was born and raised, man. So yeah.
So since you said Atlanta, I'm from Charlotte. You know, we both on the East Coast.
Right.
And I just want to talk about how it was, you know, migrating from Atlanta, your hometown, and, you know, me coming from North Carolina, migrating thousands of miles all the way over here, you know, from the East Coast to California to pursue our dreams.
Right. Well, my family, and that's counting my mom's side and my dad's side, they're two different things. I love them all to death.
Yeah.
So growing up, my life wasn't hard, but it wasn't grand. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was just throwing money out the behind, doing whatever I wanted. But my mom was always working, and we had a roof over our head. We lived in a nicer part of town. She would go to work every day, own her own salon. So we had a good life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what you speak on with failing ties into the community as well.
Yeah.
Because like Decatur, like all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Most people from the outside looking in never expect somebody who came out of this judged or stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, atmosphere would ever do anything like something like this, you know what I'm saying? Some people down there have the mindset that if I failed academically or I failed on my dreams, that something else, which is not always the best route, is something that I should do. Right. So for me,
they out there.
Yeah.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? So for me,
GTA 5, GTA
on
5.
all of that, on all of that.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, I wanted to play sports. You know what I'm saying? I hung out with a lot of people, but acting has always been like a spark that burned bright. Yeah. But it was one of those things where it was just unknown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like 4 when I said I wanted to act. And my mom was like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, you're 4. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you want to do. But it was actually her friends who encouraged her. It's like, he's 4. He has nothing to lose. Like, you might as well try it out. And from there, I just kept on like a steady train with this one thing. Because like some kids, they're like, oh, I want to do this. And then the next day, they're like, man, it's too hard. They're like, I'm bored. So really migrating from that atmosphere over here, it was so different. Yeah. Dog. And it's like, what we do is not even, at this point, it's not even a job. Like, it's not even a career. It's a lifestyle, man. Like, there's so much that goes into it, and there's so much that it takes and that it gives that it's like, I would have never thought this is
and it's crazy to see because, you know, when I know when I got in the industry, I wasn't thinking about, I need to know these casting directors and I need to meet these agents and I need to watch these directors and know their names. To me, it was just like, this was what I like to do. Right. And I don't even know how I knew the word acting, but I was like, I mean, this is fun. You know, I was extra. Right. I think I dialed it back. Did I dial it back? You think so? I don't think. She's going to disagree. But, you know, coming out here, a huge part of this lifestyle, like you said, is aesthetics, man. Yeah. You know, looking a certain way and wearing this. And, this what you got on, dog?
Right,
or, shoot, look at them shoes, you know? And you really don't need that to be successful. Exactly. And a lot of people find themselves getting caught up in that analysis paralysis phase when it's like, well, I need this first and I got to do this first. Like with this podcast right here, it literally like 2 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I've been talking about a podcast for the last 3 years. Right. Let's get this equipment and let's, you know, reach out to some of the connects. I'm talking like I'm a drug dealer. Let me reach out to my connect to get the drop. But no, I was like, let me reach out to, you know, the fam and people that I know and see if they just want to come on here, you know, because all the shots that you don't take are, you know, you're failing if you don't take them. But I want to speak about that foundation that you had over in Atlanta and Michigan when you were saying that your mom's friends were a big part of you, you know, starting your acting career. Right. Because I think that's super important with like foundation and where you come from and who you have around you in your village. Because a lot of people don't have that. And especially nowadays, the world's so crazy, man, and there's so much going on that people get stuck up in their own mind and they're not even able to live in the moment. So I just want to talk to you about that, just about like, you know, family, some more about your mom, because I know my mom, she quit her job to go on tour with me for The Lion King. And you know, at the time I didn't understand. I was like, oh, okay, but I'm still about to be on the stage. You know, but now when I look back, I'm like, that's huge, because she quit the way she provided for not only herself but me and some other members of our family, if need be. And she gave that all up to come out on tour with me, which is a huge thing to look at. So one, you know, I'm about to get a lot of points right here. I want to pay homage to our moms, man. Come on, let's clap it up for the moms. But yeah, just talk to me some more about that, man. Your mom, your foundation, your village.
Yeah, like you said, man, the moms, like, shout out to the dads too.
Come on, the dads too, for
Shout
real.
out to the dads, but I say that as a, like, you know what I'm saying, a calm before the storm. Because a lot of the kids out here be with their moms. Like, like, that's how it's like a family, because the moms all know each other, you know what I'm saying? And like no shade to the dads, because if it wasn't for them as a unit, like, we all wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of dads going hard out here for their children.
Exactly. That is not to be doubted. But yeah, like you said, my mom actually, she worked as a stylist for most of her life. Until achieving, well, I don't know if it was her dream, but I'm pretty sure it was her dream. Until achieving her own salon.
That's
owned
huge.
it.
That's huge.
And that's like one of the things. It's like, yo, I own this salon, man. Like, I could kick back for the rest of my days.
It's mine.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Let it accumulate money for me. You know what I'm saying? But when I decided that this was a real strong possibility for me, she gave it up. Like you said,
that's huge.
Quit the job, gave it away. And to speak more on that, that's like you said, it's the way that you feed the way that you're caring for you and your family. But not only that, that's like your safety net. Like, that's knowing that if I lost everything in my bank account today, I still have this property that's still going to make it right back for me. But knowing that now,
that's not there.
That's not there. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, like, go back and be like,
hey, y'all, give me the salon back
let me
quick.
get that right
Let me
back.
Get that deed.
You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of the motivation, more of a motivation than wanting to do it. But now it's like a need to do it. And I don't say that in the sense of, like, some people say need as in, like, if I don't do it, you know what I'm saying, like, something bad's going to happen. Or it's going to be in vain. But I say it need, like, not only is this something that burns bright in my heart, it's something that the people around me are rooting for. So not only do I need to do it to show myself that I can, but I need to do it to show everybody else that they didn't bet on the slow horse.
Come on now. We got the specs. We specced out.
But more on family though. No, my whole family, they supported it. They supported it. My mom's friends, like, she's known all her friends for so long, since they were kids. So they were always in our corner, helping her. I remember me and my mom were broke when I had first came out here. No money, no job, no house. We slept in a car. Outside the hotel. Now that's when you know you broke.
You told me that.
When you sleep outside the hotel.
You said they would give you sheets.
They gave us sheets. I told you that.
I'm like, dang, and they gave do that to you.
Right, and gave us sheets and everything.
Let me give you 50% of our hotel room right quick.
Not even 50%. The sheets is like
like 25.
That's like 25.
And then if it's a twin bed, we have 15 now.
Exactly. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying, she would ask our family, or not even our family, but like people she knew closely and deeply. She would ask each of them for like $5, maybe $10 just each, if they could, if they could spare it, so that we could eat. And some people would look at that, going back to what you said, as failure. Like, I would see my friend, like, I would go places with my friends, and I would see them like going back to their cars and going home, or like seeing where they lived and what they did, what type of clothes they wore, and it was just like they're winning. Am I failing right now? Like, am I at the lowest point of my life?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what those feelings meant at all, because then, like, I was very young. But now reflecting on it, it's like that's where I was mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And speaking on that, you know what I'm saying? Our family, man, the village, they just kept building us and building us and building us. And the people who were there before are the people who are still here now. And it brings them to tears, because it's like they never stopped they never stopped believing in us. And now that we're here, it's even better. You know what I'm saying? Ramon said it best a minute ago. He said he enjoys losing. As weird as that may sound.
Yeah.
Enjoys losing, so that when you win, you know how to handle it. You know the
it's
value.
gratifying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So winning, it was just like, okay, I showed everybody that I could do it. I showed myself. I showed my mom. I showed our village. Now it's time to show the world and keep doing it. So the people you surround yourself with, man, they can, like I said before, they can make or break who you are.
That's for real. I wanna go back to what you were saying about, you know, hanging out with your friends and seeing what they were wearing and what they're doing and them going home, and you feel like, am I losing?
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't know about others, but I felt that way, you know, recently, and I'm like, I see all my friends getting roles, and I see them posting deadline press releases, and I see them at these events, and I'm here at home behind my desk. Am I doing something not right? Am I not studying hard enough? Am I not doing enough monologues? Am I not you know, going to acting classes enough? And it can be discouraging, you know,
for sure.
And that's when you really have to tap into, it's all about the journey, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, I could die right now, and that would be the end of my story on earth, you know. And to me, death signifies, you know, you've done what you need to do here. So I really think that as long as you're here, whatever is for you, whatever is a part of your story, your book of Ramon, your book of Jaylen, that's going to happen. It might not happen in chapter 3 like it did for everybody else.
Yeah.
But shoot, you'll come to chapter 10 and you got 10 times more than what they had when you were feeling down, you know. And it's hard, especially in the business that we're in, to not compare yourself, because
it is,
you know, truly we're all going out for the same roles. We're all.
I mean, you can dread it.
Yeah.
You can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same.
All the same, for real. And that's when you just gotta stop comparing, because it's like, I'm not him, he not me.
Yeah.
We both got the same blood, but that's just not my time right now. It's not meant for me to have that. But man, you know, I was sitting here thinking a couple days ago, and I was like, a lot of people like to say, you know, I live my life without regrets and sound all big and macho. All right. I get you. I got you. But we all have regrets, you know.
Yeah.
So what are, if not multiple, like one of the regrets that you've like had just in life in general? It could be the smallest thing that's made the biggest impact. You feel me?
My regrets, that's actually that's a really good question.
Yeah.
My regrets. I regret wow, you really have me stumped on that.
Shoot. I mean, maybe he is really living without regrets.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course you regret a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, some people regret what they ate this morning, you know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
But
Dang, I shouldn't have put that salt in that cereal.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Shoot.
This
People
man
do
just
it.
said put salt in
Do
cereal.
you watch TLC, dog? Have you seen My Strange Addictions?
I have.
Bro,
There was this
people
one
be
person
eating these
who ate her husband's ashes, bro. Ate her husband's ashes.
Nah.
I was looking. It wasn't even.
She
It was
was using
on
the ashes like it's Mrs. Dash.
Bro, I was looking at TikTok and it caught my eye.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't just like stick my finger in there. I just like get in there real good.
Oh wow.
And eat it like it's fun dip, y'all.
My thing is
like it's some fun dip.
My thing is, what happens when she run out though? Like Okay, your husband really going now, man. Shoot.
No, he's
you
a part.
ate him up.
He's a part of me till she poop him out.
Come on, he a part of the toilet now. What are you talking about?
God.
No, that's crazy. TLC does be insane.
It
though.
be wild. Okay, but we back to
it though.
But regrets. I think.
Okay.
I think that one of the things that I regret is not being myself. A lot of times.
Yeah.
Or speaking my mind. Or just being open, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of the decisions I've made that are in my everyday life, or conceit is not the word I'm looking for, or being internal. That's my most dreaded regret is being internal.
Yeah.
Because most of the decisions, not world changing, not life changing, because the decisions that I make that are like that is usually made with my mom or like my family and stuff like that. But everyday things, relationship things, not just relationships like girlfriend, boyfriend, but like as a colleague to colleague, you know what I'm saying? Being internal, because most of those decisions are made by me and me alone, and having mental conversations with myself and foreshadowing things that are going to happen when you don't know. And I feel like most of my life, it's been me, it's just been me like being to myself, and then I regret that because, you know what I'm saying, people can either bring the life out of you or they can bring rage out of you. They can bring so much emotions out of you, but it's good to be around people because not only will you learn, have fun, smile, and generally just feel alive, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like my biggest regret is not applying myself as much. Because growing up, not growing up, but being here, when I first came out of here, I felt like the odd one out. Yeah. I felt like this is my crowd of people. Like, these people can relate to me. They not even that. I don't think they want to be, you know, in my presence, or they don't like me. So I feel like all of that, everybody hates what they used to be. Not hates, but everybody, you know what I'm saying, thinks like, oh, when I was younger, I was ugly. Like, oh, when I was younger, I was so annoying.
But you have to appreciate that, because if you weren't that person 2 years ago, you couldn't be who you are now.
That's true. Learning is a journey.
That's so true, man.
But yeah, that's my biggest regret, is not exploring relationships as much. Because most of the things I've learned out here, I've learned through experiences, you know what I'm saying, with people, with jobs, with all that type of stuff, me really building up my personality myself instead of, you know, getting out in the world and experiencing it firsthand. Because now you really can't. Now, with this COVID stuff, man, like, everything's done. So
for real.
Yeah, so I would have to say not, you know what I'm saying, being as out there as much. But me now, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm cool with it. Like, I you know what I'm saying, I love talking, I love learning, I love all that type of stuff. But me then, guaranteed, I was scrunched up next to my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she'd be like, Jaylen, go take a picture. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think so. But yeah. Shoot. No, I know this is your podcast and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
But what is your biggest regret?
So ask that one more time for me.
Yes. As we know, we are here on the podcast Rare to answer questions from the intelligent Ramon. But I have a question. He asked me a very interesting and very smart question. What was your biggest regret? And what is your biggest? I would like to know that. Because I tell this man all the time, I just feel smarter being around him. So I want to see what the smartest person I know regrets.
I appreciate that, man. What I regret, you know, I've always been the smaller kid, you know, the shorter kid, the smaller kid. I used to be the squeaker, you know, and I was never self-aware about that. But you know, a couple years ago, a year or two ago, I just found myself in sort of a slight depression because I was like, dang, everyone's voice is deeper than mine and everyone is taller than me. So I regret not embracing who I was and, you know, myself in that time, because I really feel like if I did, I would have been, you know, so much better off than what I already was at that time. But yeah, I just wished in that moment, like, I just loved myself more, because I found myself in a place where I was just like pretending like I was confident, because you know, a lot of my life I've been confident. I've been who I am. You know, you can say what you want about me, I don't care. And now I'm in a super good place when, you know, it is what it is. You feel me? Because, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? I'm not gonna die or anything. So I just really feel like I would have been authentic. Because if I would have been more authentic in that moment, I just would have learned so much more then than, you know, what I know now. But yeah, that would be my biggest regret, just not embracing myself. Because I feel like that's super important. Because, yes, all right, you have your team, you have your village, you have your people. But when it really comes down to it, you are all you have. When it comes down to you alone in your room, in your car, whatever it is, you're it. So you have to find it within yourself a lot of times, because yes, you'll have people who love you and some may not, and they'll give you what you need at times, but a lot of it comes from within. And at that time, that's just what I needed. I needed it to come from within, so I had to learn that, you know. So yeah, that's what I regret, man. That's all I have for you, for real.
I think that was pretty.
Yeah, embrace yourself now.
Love yourself.
For real. I don't care if you got that double, quadruple chin. I don't care if you got them Galapagos knees. I don't care what you don't like about yourself. Embrace yourself, because if you love yourself, you will succeed at the end of the day. That's all it takes, because everything that you need is within. The body has what it needs. The earth has what it needs. Come on, baby. Jaylen, thank you for coming on here with me, man. I really do appreciate it. Man, my first guest, it went well. You think it went well? Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Yeah. Man, I can't wait to get back to you guys with another episode of the Rare Podcast. We're going to have, go ahead. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get to all of that. We're going to have a lot more guests on here, you know, a lot more people who I know, a lot more people who are not even close to the field that we're in the entertainment industry. But before we go, let them know where they can find you, man. Instagram, Twitter, whatever you got.
Right, on all platforms, Jaylen Emil Hall. Jalyn.
Every single one.
Emilhall.
Shoot,
that's even my PlayStation handle too.
No, but Jaylen, like I said, thank you for coming on here. Let's dap it up. Come on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching.
Right, we'll be back with another episode probably next week. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow at this point.
Right.
Because
do you have any rare sayings to sing?
Rare sayings? Rare sayings?
You should come up with something like rare quotes or rare. You know what I'm
Once I edit this thing, I'll find one. For real.
Yeah, there's so much you can play around with that.
For real. Well, thank you for experiencing a rare moment with me and Jaylen Emil Hall here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. And peace out, guys. All right.
Peace. That was it. You got to do